Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Or if this is your first time, welcome for the first time. I'm really appreciative for you to be here regardless. That being said, I am ready for today's reading. We are asking, what are their late night thoughts and feelings about you currently? Now, the reason I'm doing late night is some people, don't get a chance to really think during the day, especially if you're busy. And, I feel like nighttime is the best time to kind of release any stress of the day. And that's when thoughts and feelings start brewing, especially if it's, in a romantic way. So, with that being said, we have a lot of things in store today. We are going to start with the tarot for each of the readings. I am going to pull from Tarot of the Pyramids to start as an energy check-in. Then we have a couple of oracles. So hope you're comfortable, and I'm excited to see what this person, and keep in mind this could be any type of connection, whether you're with this person or not, whether you're laying down next to them at night. I'm keeping it open to receive any of the messages for the collective energy of those of you that need to hear what you need to hear. So let's get into the pile selection today. So for pile one, we are using the Sunset Sodalite crystal. And for your reading, we are using the Pulp Tarot. So pile one, the Pulp Tarot with the Sunset Sodalite. For your reading today. For pile two, we have this large piece of jasper. And for your reading, we will be using the Tarot of Familiars for today's reading, pile two. So again, the Tarot of Familiars with this large piece of jasper. It's beautiful. It could be a paperweight. And for pile three, I decided to use the Labradorite. Gosh, it's so hard for me to say that. Labradorite crystal tower, double pointed. And for your reading, pile three, we have the Fatality tarot deck. So again, the Fatality tarot deck with the Labradorite crystal tower. For pile three. All right, guys, so feel free to pause if you need a moment to tune into the energy of the person on your mind. And it could be the crystal, it could be the deck, it could be both, the colors, whatever speaks to you. I usually would recommend that little intuitive zap or that feeling of, yes, that's my pile. So if you have that feeling, I will meet you there. Those of you that are having a hard time, hopefully there's messages in one of these piles, but if not, maybe come back another day. But again, you should know intuitively which pile is for you. That's how this works. So hopefully I will meet you at the right reading. Bye, guys. Hey, everyone, and welcome to your reading. Pile one, if you chose the Sunset Sodalite, or if you chose the Pulp tarot deck, then this is your reading today. We're asking, what are their late night thoughts and feelings about you currently? I wanted to get an energy check-in with the Tarot of the Pyramids. It's my go-to. I really think it's a good idea for this type of reading, just to see, what is the energy of the person in your mind. Regardless of whenever you come across this reading, this is a timeless reading. So whenever you come across it is the right time for you, if that makes sense. So I'm glad you're here, whenever that is. That being said, let's get into it. Actually, I do want to cut the deck for you, pile one. So, Spirit, thank you so much for being here today for the collective energy for pile one. The person currently on pile one's mind. Tune into that energy. This person that pile one is thinking about. What are their late night thoughts and or feelings for pile one currently? What are their thoughts, feelings? What is the energy, Spirit? What do we need to see? Oh my goodness. Deceptive shadow. Goodness. We have an angel number with 55. Deceptive shadow. This is always such an interesting card of feeling that I get whenever this card comes through in a reading. I've gotten it before, and every time it's more imagery. Now, this person could really, we'll see, but let's see what the bottom of the deck energy. I wonder if this person is really going through some sort of dark night of the soul. Wow. And then we got the Emperor. So the Emperor is card number 4, which, if we're talking about major arcana, is the Emperor. And then we have the Tower right after that. The Chariot. That's interesting, guys. So you got the Emperor, which is card number 4, a major arcana, and then we got the Deceptive Shadow. I'm wondering how that's going to play in. I'm getting a imagery of the Devil card. I'm also getting the imagery of Judgment. So let's get into the tarot. Apologize for the shuffle. This deck specifically bends. I am trying to practice a different way of shuffling to keep the integrity of the cards, guys. Bear with me. And I do want to give it a good shuffle. So as we're doing that, let's tune into the frequency, the energy of the person. Again, as we're asking, thank you so much, Spirit, for being here today for the collective energy of pile 1. We're asking the person that is currently on pile 1's mind. What are their late night thoughts, feelings about pile 1? 5 cards to start, and then we're going to get some more details. What are their late night thoughts, feelings about pile 1? So we have the 6 of Cups as our first card. You could have history with this person. You could be in a connection with this person currently. Let's see. There's a lot of possibilities. Okay. These cards keep falling on my lap. This one fell on the ground. So we have Page of Wands coming up in reverse as our second card. The Knight of Wands in reverse. I like this person. 9 of Cups. Okay. What are their late night thoughts and feelings for it? They're going back and forth. I feel Ace of Swords. I feel like when they're thinking of you, they have such beautiful energy. It lifts them up. However, something in their life is keeping them from moving forward, maybe. I feel like there's a lack of confidence. Let's see. Spirit, what are their late night thoughts and feelings about pile 1? Late night thoughts and feelings, Spirit. 9 of Wands. I feel like they're thinking that you and them have gone through a lot. You two have history. Like I said before, this could be someone that you've been connected to for a while. We got the 9 of Swords coming up. This person is definitely in their thoughts. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. Page of Swords. Here's the thing, though. There is going to be communication. All right, 3 of Cups. I do feel, and we got the Emperor again. Emperor's coming up twice. We got the Magician. What else? What else, Spirit? 6 of Wands. Okay. Guys, I feel that this person is healing some past wounds. There could be a lot of different reasons why this person is in the thick of something hard. They're going through some sort of challenge or difficulties. Think they're thinking about you, but they also have other things on their mind. They could be healing from something. They could be struggling financially as well. We're going to get into it. And that could be causing them a lack of confidence currently in their life. This person looks starved. This person looks like they're in desolate land. They're abandoned. And we did get a little bit of this energy. So let's start with the Six of Cups and the Nine of Wands, guys. This could feels like you and this person have really gone through a lot, maybe a lot of cycles. Could be that you and this person have had your fair share of challenges, conflicts, struggles with even just getting into union. It could be something like that. I do feel like this person wants to keep moving forward in your direction. They have some very sweet feelings for you. Like when they're thinking about you in the middle of the night, I feel like they're going through memories, even even the hard ones, but there's also some sweet memories. So I feel like it's kind of like they're going through it all. With the Nine of Swords coming up next to this energy, it's someone that is really in their head about something. And since we're asking, what their late night thoughts and feelings are about you, you could really be causing a little bit of stress. Don't worry, this has nothing to do with you. This is this person. But I feel like with the Nine of Swords coming up, they may have sleepless nights. This person is up in bed, struggling, nowhere near the pillow. I feel like this person might be distracting themselves with some sort of, they could be playing video games in the middle of the night or watching TV or mindlessly scrolling. Okay, but a lot of that is to avoid thinking about you, although I don't think they could really avoid it. Page of Wands is a person that might be unwilling to take a risk in forward movement at this time. The page is the youngest in the court cards. And I feel like with this coming up in reverse, this person, probably has a lot of passion for you, but might not feel they're ready or capable of giving you that at this time. And I think a lot of it, okay, and we might have to get clarifiers, but I'm getting the energy of could be they're struggling in some way financially, building a foundation, something stable might be of an imbalance right now. We have all these bags of money, the Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. This person is weighing or taking a pause, taking a moment and seeing what has been produced. And it's not feeling great, guys. I feel like with the Knight of Wands, the energy I'm getting today with this person is someone that is lacking in their own confidence to move forward. But here's the thing. They are working on fixing that. I do feel like with the Nine of Cups, and we got the Page of Swords. I'm getting a few messages with this actually. So the energy I'm getting is one of them is this person is cultivating some sort of self-love. They're trying to build their own, it could be their own finances. They could be trying to figure out their own stability, committing to their own self goals of improvement. But I'm also getting the energy that, because they're thinking about you in the middle of the night, their thoughts and feelings, a lot of it could be the energy of them knowing that you could provide that for them as well. You make them happy. You give them that fulfillment. And you feel abundant as well. I do feel like with the Page of Swords, it feels like a message. You might get some messages that could be where your connection is right now, just back and forth, getting to know each other, because even with the Ace of Swords, it just feels like, clarity, a lot of information, a lot of communication. It could be, we got the Two of Pentacles, which feels like the energy from the rest of the reading. We're asking what are their thoughts and feelings. On one hand, I feel like they're struggling in some sort of financial, professional, business endeavor. They might be really figuring out their own stability. This could also be past energy with just how far they are or where they're at in life in general. With the Emperor coming up at the bottom of the deck, and then we got the Tower that came in right after with the Chariot. It's like the energy of this person wanting to improve on that. They want to get to that stability. And I feel like in the middle of the night, that is what they are thinking about, because part of them wants to move forward. They have passion. Don't be scared of reversals. With the Knight and the Page of Wands being out here, that still implies that they do feel passion towards you. They feel that connection. They feel that attraction. But what's keeping them or what's blocking them from actually making or solidifying this, you guys might have been in a cycle. Now, for those of you that are already in a connection or in a commitment with this person could be still be dealing with the same type of emotions. They could be going through a hard time financially, business-wise. Take it as it fits. But because we're talking about it, we could definitely get a clarifier, because I feel like I want one for the Seven of Pentacles. And just to go back to the energy of you bringing them joy, that is what they are, going back and forth on. Okay? They're trying to ground themselves too. They may not feel grounded. Again, like they may be lacking sleep. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here with the Knight of Wands? What is this, Spirit? What are they thinking about? The Hierophant. Ooh. Whether or not it's time for commitment, are they ready to bring you that stability? Or this could also represent finding stability in their own life. That's what they want. That's the energy. They're really focused on business. But what's weighing in the middle of the night is you, their feelings for you. And I do feel like, we got the Nine of Cups. We had the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck as well. They do want to celebrate with you. They do want to date you. They do want to wine and dine you, because they feel happy being around you. They know that. That's the epiphany they're getting the more they get to know you. However, I still feel like they're blocked. Something is still keeping them up at night. So let's get to it. Spirit, what are they thinking about? The Nine of Swords with the Nine of Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So, and then we got the Four of Cups. I'm getting this person holding off. They're not completely taking the opportunity yet. They may be strategizing. They do want to bring justice. Card number 11. They may have their walls up, but they see you. Okay? They do see you as someone that they want to be with the Lovers coming in. But here's the thing, guys. They look at you as if you are the Queen of Pentacles. Your energy is, you're already stable. You could have them in your life or not. It doesn't matter, because you could take care of yourself. And you're offering, it's almost like they see you offering this stability, this beautiful, abundant offer, but they're hesitating. Okay? So let's get into the Oracle, because I really want to see what else we could come up with in the middle of the night. What are they thinking about? What else could we see as far as you know what their thoughts and feelings are about you right now. Is this going to change? Are they? I do feel like there is communication though. So if you haven't heard from this person, I feel like that's going to be the first step. Actually, wait. I wanted to, before we get into the oracle, sorry guys, I jumped the gun for a second. Because before we get into the oracles, I did want to see why this Ace of Swords and this Two of Pentacles is here. What clarity are they getting, Spirit? The Lovers. Okay. And I saw that earlier. So here's the thing. I do feel like they do want you. They have you on their mind. It may or may not be causing them stress because I feel that, oh, this is also what I wanted to get. Why is the Nine of Wands here? What kind of stuff have you guys been dealing with? The Four of Pentacles. Okay. The energy of this person may not be prioritizing in the past. That could have been where the conflict is. Strength. Their feelings for you. We got Leo energy coming up with a Strength card. Could also be them holding, oh, the Devil, wow. Holding tight to their money. Something financial. That could be where the struggle is. We got to get one more card now that the Devil is here. Now, the Devil energy is Capricorn. Seven of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Pentacles. Guys, I'm getting this person. No, and it reminds me of Deceptive Shadow. This person may have kept something from you, and it could have been related to their professional business finance. They could really have been struggling with the Four of Pentacles, could have really caused a lot of challenges that grew, that built up. This person, the Devil could also be the mindset, the lack mindset, I should say. And with the Queen of Pentacles coming up, just to go back to that, is if you're the opposite, if they view you as someone that already got things together, you got your life together, your finances, your professional, that could be where the imbalance is. That could be what this person wants to balance. Okay. And now we have the Ten of Pentacles coming up with the Two of Swords. So, and then the Four of Cups again making an appearance at the bottom of the deck, which is where now we're going to leave the tarot. But it feels like this person wants a future with you. I do feel like they think about it. It's causing them happiness. I feel like your energy in general is bringing joy. And what they're trying to do, like I was saying earlier, what they're trying to do is they are trying to cultivate their own fulfillment. And that could be where their block is when it comes to you and the connection. They may not feel, it depends on the energy, guys. Like if someone doesn't feel like they're in their divine and they are viewing you as someone that is in your power, it could be difficult. It could be challenging. There could be a lack of confidence, All right, so let's see, Spirit. What else? Let's move on to the Heart's Hidden Secrets. What else are there late night thoughts, feelings about Pal 1? What are there late night thoughts, feelings about Pal 1? Ooh! Confessions, confusion, only you, finality, and commitment. Oh my goodness, guys. I feel like with the Ace of Swords that came up with the tarot, with confusion and confessions, it says coming clean messages, unveiling. So this feels like they are, now again, you and this person could already be communicating. This could be someone you're in a connection with, which makes sense. You feel like they're keeping something from you. That the energy I picked up toward the end of the tarot, it could be that they're coming clean, that they're being honest with you, that they're being real and authentic and legit, and that could come in a form of messages, text messaging. That could be where things do get cleared up. Surety comes, certainty comes through with the Ace of Swords, with communication. So if you haven't heard from this person, I do feel like that is a potential or a possibility that it's going to be coming in pretty quickly, abruptly. You may not even see it coming. And this person is going through it though. Keep that in mind. They may not be 100%. However, they can't not have some sort of energy connection or exchange with you. For those of you that aren't in a connection or what should I say, relationship with this person yet. So depending on the relationship, depending on the connection, regardless, I feel like there's communication. So we got commitment at the bottom of the deck energy, only you and finality. I do feel like the balance that this person is really struggling with is the idea of if they were to walk away, I don't feel like it sits well with them because you are coming through as only you, devoted, attached, crave. I feel like they wouldn't be able to walk away. But if that's what you want, coming through as a Queen of Pentacles, someone that is ready for commitment, ready for that type of connection with someone, they may be deciding or struggling or thinking about providing that commitment or walking away. But here's the thing, I don't think they want to walk away. So it feels it's challenging. It's challenging for them right now, guys. Okay? Let's see. Let's get into the Pantha. So the Pantha is a good deck to use when it comes to thoughts, feelings, because there is a plethora of things that could come through, and I feel like Spirit always knows what the best messages are. So thank you so much, Spirit, for being here today. And pile one, collective energy. So we're asking again, like, what else could we see? What else do we need to know about the person on pile one's mind, their late night thoughts, feelings when it comes to pile one? What else do we need to see, Spirit? Ooh, two fell on the ground. They're thinking about a lot. This could be the Nine of Swords energy. They have a lot going on. Ooh, bottom of the deck is imagination, but I stopped to pick up the ones on the ground. Put that here. They have a lot on their mind, guys. They're, with the Nine of Swords, they're struggling. They're thinking, but it might not only be, thoughts and feelings. It could also them be fantasizing about you, strategizing, just really getting into their world, their bubble, which could prevent someone from taking action too. Let's see what else comes up for you. Triumph. What are their thoughts and feelings? Real estate. Self-love. Talked about that. Natural disaster. Blessing. Out. Sorry, guys. All right, blessings. Overload. Yeah. And readiness. Ooh. So, wow. The messages that came through for you, I do feel like are pretty positive that this person is going to move forward in your direction. It could feel very abrupt. I'm getting natural disasters coming through as the tower again. I feel like with the tower energy, and just to remind you, it was right after the bottom of the deck, Emperor, the tower. I feel like this person is building that confidence. They're getting ready. I do feel like when they are feeling like they're top notch about themselves, they're going to get that moment, that spark, that intuitive zap that's going to wake them up from this darkness. And it's going to shine brightness. And I feel like in that moment, they're really going to come forward. So that's the energy of this being when you least expect it. Okay. I really think this might come out of nowhere if you're not communicating yet. Those of you that are communicating already, this could be information that this person is divulging to you that also feels very abrupt. Like you might, like I said earlier, you might feel like there's some sort of boundary, some sort of um, item that this person is keeping hidden or away from you. You might already know what it is. You might sense what it is, yet this person is not communicating it. I feel like in this energy, this person is going to, open up. They're going to open up. Okay, that's what I'm getting. That's the feeling. They are going to, and with blessing, I do feel that they want that. They you're coming through as that's the sweet energy I'm getting, to go back to the sweet energy, because even though they're stressing, they're keeping themselves up at night, they're going through a lot. I do feel like at the end of the, at in the morning, they may get back into that emperor energy. They may feel ready again. I feel like this just could be like their night. And with blessing and triumph, one of the things I feel like they think about, they ruminate over, that brings them that joy, that zap of good memory, good feeling when it comes to you, is knowing that you are the one of the best things in their life, if not the best thing. I mean, it's such a blessing when someone recognizes you as a blessing. Dude, how beautiful is that? Regardless of your connection right now, I do feel like that is their feelings and thoughts when it comes to you. That that being said, let's get your advice, Spirit, as we close out this reading today. What is the advice we could give for pile one in this great energy? Whatever's going on in the connection, what do we need? That's a lot of advice. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? There's something that you're being tugged or pulled um, to express, share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. There's something that is encouraging you, like, you're feeling that intuitive hit of you need to express yourself in some way. Something needs to be, or you might be isolating. This could also be your energy. You could be kind of down in the dumps as well. Um, Sometimes thinking about this person. So that being said, I feel either way, you are, Spirit is coming through to say, go with where you're, what lights you up. Follow your north, your true north. Protection, call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval. If you are hyper focusing on this person, it may be a good idea to cut the cords, detach in some way, call back your power, make sure that you are not succumbing to your own shadows, that you are in your light. Okay, your emperor, your empress energy as well. So we have awakening and we have akasha. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. And we have akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. Some of you might be going through some sort of awakening, the spiritual awakening. And if you are, I know how tough it could be. And it's not always going to be consistently great. It's kind of like it yo-yos back and forth, but then eventually it gets better until you are just at peace. And whatever happens in your life, however things unfold, it's easier for you to bounce out of it and be back in your present energy. But it takes practice. Meditation, it feels great. I do recommend it. It does help you come back to your soul, get away from your thoughts. And some of you might already be walking down that path. So if you are, Spirit is with you. Spirit is guiding you. Spirit is there for you, even in those dark moments, because everyone knows spiritual awakenings are not always easy. You do go through some sort of dark night of the soul. Okay? That being said, I do hope that this helped you in some way and gave you some insights of this person, even some help for yourself, um, or whatever. Whatever messages resonated, I really do hope that it helped in some way, is my point. So thank you so much for being here and staying this long, and hopefully I'll see you again. Bye, guys. Hey, guys, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Jasper or if you chose the Tarot of the Familiars, then this is your reading today, pal 2. And I'm really excited to jump in to the Tarot of the Pyramids. We are going to start here with an energy check-in because I want to see what are their late night thoughts, feelings about you, the person that you are thinking about. What are their late night thoughts and feelings about you currently, regardless of whenever you come across this reading, because it is timeless. Okay. Actually, I want one more good shuffle. All right, thank you. Pile 2. I feel like I gotta do one more time. Thank you for being here for pile 2. Shuffle. Okay. Right. What are the person on pile 2's mind currently? What's the energy, this person, when they think about pile 2 at night, their late night thoughts, feelings, what are they thinking about? What's the energy? So we have Strength, which is a major arcana coming up for your reading. Wow. So Strength is card number 8. It's not 11. Oh, I just noticed an error. So Strength is card number 8 in the major arcana, and it's Leo energy. Strength, what are they thinking and feeling? And then we have Consciousness. Wow. So this is card number 25. This is Cups energy, Consciousness energy. Okay. Interesting. Wow, Spirit. So what is going on? Actually, should we shuffle it like this? I don't know. It's such a tiny deck. I don't think so. Okay. Thank you so much for being here today. Pile 2's energy, the collective energy of this reading. We're tuning into the energy of the person that is currently on Pile 2's mind. Like we said, and we're asking, what are their late night thoughts for Pile 2? How do they feel about Pile 2? What's going on? Done with that. So we're going to get 5 cards, and then we're going to get the clarifiers. So we're getting a little bit more tarot today. All right, Spirit, thank you so much again for being here. So this person on Pile 2's mind, what are their late night thoughts, feelings for Pile 2? We have Judgment coming up. Now, Judgment is card number 20. It's a major arcana. It's our first card. Interestingly enough, this cat is doing a tarot reading. That 3 of Swords. All right. That's cool. Start. What else? 6 of Swords. Okay. What are their late night thoughts, feelings about Wheel of Fortune? 2 major arcana. 3 if you count Strength. Wheel of Fortune is card number 10. It's Pisces energy. Judgment is Libra energy. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. Spirit, what's going on? What are their late night thoughts, feelings about Pile 2? We have the Moon in reverse, another major arcana. The Moon is card number 18, also Pisces energy. This person is in their head about you. 9 of Swords. Wow. They're stressing. Ironically, consciousness came out, but they may be having a hard time accessing that. Let's see. Spirit, I'm putting it back. Please don't get mad. I really want to make sure the right cards come out. If it wants to come out, it will. All right, Spirit, what is... Sorry, I had to say that. I had to say it. What are their late night thoughts? Feelings for pile 2 right now, Spirit. So we have a Knight of Cups. So late night thoughts. We have Justice, card number 11. Wow, why are cards messing it up? This card has 8. Oh my God, that's weird, guys. So Justice is card number 11, but we're seeing it as 8 in this deck. Wow, 2 mistakes I noticed. Either way, card number 11, Justice. And that's, again, Libra energy. We're getting strong Libra energy right now. Pisces energy. Wheel of Fortune, Spirit. What is this person's late night thoughts, feelings for pile 2? The King of Swords. The Magician. Another major arcana, card number 1. Virgo energy. Strength. And ironically, it's coming up as card number 11. All right. So both of these are coming up as strength. I have to do some research on this. I'm not sure why they both have 11. But strength is actually card number 8, and it's Leo energy. It's sun energy. But we got it twice. Wow. This is interesting. Numerology, you might be seeing a lot of numbers. You could be seeing a lot of synchronicities and numbers for some of you. All right, we have 3 of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. What are they thinking and feeling for you? So I am getting the energy that they are struggling a little bit with getting out of their own way, getting out of their own head. When it comes to you, when it comes to their thoughts. So we're starting with the Knight of Cups, and that is the Page of Cups. I feel like this person is coming to the awareness that they may have feelings for you. These feelings are coming through as beginner feelings, butterfly feelings, like crush feelings, if you will. Something that makes them excited. They may be getting tarot readings. This could also be them knowing you get tarot readings. I don't know. I think that's pretty cool that this cat is doing readings. 3 of Swords could have been energy from the past. What else is in this? Gosh, my eyes are terrible. The Moon. That could be the Ace of Pentacles and the Fool. I don't know. Up at top, that's impossible to. Either way, this cat, and it's a spread of the cross. So this person might be really going through their own spiritual rituals. They may be trying to tune into the energy to be more conscious. Consciousness could be what they are really after, because this person is in their mind. They are in their thoughts. I don't know if they understand how to get there. I do feel like what they are doing is hyper focusing on the outcome, what could be. But I do feel like they're coming to a decision, they're coming to a judgment call that they do have feelings for you. So with the 6 of Swords and Justice, I'm wondering if they walked away at one point. I'm wondering if this person wants to come in with justice when it comes to that. You know, if they abandoned this connection, if they walked away, if they went in a different direction. They may want to come back in and fix it, fix the number, or not. I don't know. Let me know if you know why these numbers are. I don't know if it's the deck. I don't think it's the deck. I don't know. I'll have to do the research, like I said before. The point is, this person may have to do the research. They may have to figure out how to put the key into the box to open up that box, that Pandora's box. When it comes to you, I feel like if there was a separation or some sort of disconnect between the both of you, this person is coming to a wake up call. And they want to take that risk in your direction. With the Wheel of Fortune, they may even think that it is divinely guided, that this was meant to be. You could be caught in a cycle with this person as well. With the Black Cat energy, getting a lot of good luck. We see this cat playing with the Ouija board. Woo. Again, maybe trying to speak to their spirit guides. I wonder if your person is really trying to go inward and pray. They may be going through some sort of religious, they may be going to church, literally. Um, and then we have the King of the Swords, which is the sign of the cross. We have another cross. Again, this is the Tarot of the Familiar, so we're going to get a lot of that imagery, but I feel that this person is trying to think more logically, trying to come up with what makes sense for them. Because something about this connection with you, I feel like they think that it's just, how could this make sense? How could this work out? Maybe I need to walk away. Maybe I should walk away. That could also just be thoughts that they're ruminating. Maybe this person does admire you from afar. Trying to see if any of you might be in a connection. And again, I feel like this probably is more at the beginning stages then. So with the Magician and Strength coming out twice, I do see this opportunity, or I will say maybe a rash decision might be what your person is thinking about. Again, they could be really researching or getting guidance from something somewhere online on the internet, self-help books, to figure out what move to make. Because they are in their mind. We have the Moon in reverse with the Nine of Swords. That's the energy of someone that can't release stressful thoughts. They might be hiding this. They also could be a little bit in self-sabotage mode, or they could have been. Because with the Three of Cups, it feels like a little bit of a disconnect. That you and this person may have had some sort of separation or some sort of, lack of communication in some way. So I do feel like this person does want to fix that, change that, bring some justice into it. But before they do that, they're doing their research, like they're planning, they're strategizing, they're reaching out to the heavens, they're talking to their spirit. They're trying to become more aware and conscious. Okay, so do we want to get any clarifiers? I do. I want to see why the Six of Swords is here. Because I'm getting a couple of messages. Did they walk away? Or you may have walked away. It depends on, the energy. Or are they thinking about it? Is this past? Is this future? What is this for? Why is the Six of Swords here? What are they? Their thoughts and feelings for Pulp. Five of Swords in reverse. Conflict. This is a conflict this person wants to release, wants to bring justice into it. Eight of Pentacles. Okay. I think there was conflict in how much energy and work this person was putting forward. I do feel like this person could have walked away. It could have been you, but I'm getting more so the majority of you, it could have been this person that might have really turned their back on you. And it could have been for multiple reasons. In this disconnect or separation of whatever this is, do you feel like this person is building a lot of their feeling of coming forward? But right now, they are still kind of stuck in their own way. It could be thoughts. It could be attaching to outcome and thinking worst case scenario. They may be really hard on themselves too. But again, they're waking up to the fact that they do have feelings for you. Let's see, Spirit. What else are they thinking? Nine of Swords. What are their thoughts and feelings? Two of Wands. Being unsure, unclear on which way to move. That could be what is waking them up at night or keeping them up at night. We got the Hanged Man. This person could be feeling stuck, trying to figure out a new perspective in some way. But it's almost like with this bird being on top of the skull, the feeling of they are losing mind energy to even come to a good resolution on what they should do. Let's see. Let's get one more. Okay, Ten of Swords, and it kind of did like a little wobbly wob. There could have been an ending of some kind, but I don't feel like this person wants to end things. That's what's troubling them in the middle of the night. You guys have had some sort of disconnect in some way, some challenges, things that went wrong. This person wants to come in and fix it. That's what they're thinking about. That's how they feel. I'm not getting that they're attaching to their heart space. We have the Page of Cups. They're keeping it innocent. They're keeping it calm with the page. Because I think more of their focus with the King of Swords is that they are trying, whether they're male or female, take it as it resonates, guys, okay? But the energy of them really wanting to make the right move, being in their logical space, feeling confident and aligned in whatever action they take. And that's kind of what they're trying to build, the strength. And to see what action do they take. So let's move on now to the Oracle. That was interesting. They don't want things to be difficult anymore. They want things to be a little bit smoother. They're figuring out how. And I wonder if they're coming to the conclusion that a lot of it could be them, on them, which is why Justice is here. They're thinking about it in a very straightforward way. They're trying to come up with evidence, information. Well, let's see. Spirit, what are their late night thoughts, feelings? What else can you tell us? Christopher, what are they thinking about? What are their late night thoughts? Pile 2. What are they thinking about when it comes to Pile 2, Spirit? Gosh. I closed my eyes on that one. I don't know what fell out. Divine Feminine, bottom of the deck energy. Okay, one fell on the ground. We got Second Chance was on my lap. The one that fell on the ground was Obscurity. We have Conflict. Soulmates. The Page of Cups gives that energy of sweet soulmate vibes. Whether that's, there's a lot of different types of soulmates, guys. Let's be honest. My best friend, who we're not intimate physically at all, she's my girl. We born and raised in Chicago. That's my best girl. And she's my soulmate, 100%. But soulmates could also be romantic. It could also be in the form of a karmic. It depends on the label, but there may be where this person feels a deeper, more spiritual connection, with consciousness being here. This person could be waking up to that world, that spiritual awakening in some way. But that could also be you. You're coming through as divine feminine, releasing after that bitterness. Interesting. So yin, feminine energy. So take that as it fits too. I feel like you might be more in a aligned state. So we have conflict, and I do feel that there was conflict in your reading. I forget where. Oh yeah, Five of Swords, right under. In reverse. So there could have been a lot of differences. Incompatibility could just be not seeing eye to eye at one point, or just having some sort of trigger or disagreement in some way, clashing in some way. However, I feel like this person is releasing that, doesn't want to carry around that. If this person walked away, if they did something and it brought on that conflict, that's what the justice is. That's where this person wants to kind of come through, and bring justice into that challenge. Because that's kind of what I'm feeling or sensing what the challenge is. Okay? Someone walking away. Secrets, mysteries, concealing. That could be the energy of someone not even being forward with their own feelings. We got the moon energy too. Really be hiding it from themselves, not wanting to be seen. I'm also getting the energy of you haven't spoken to this person in a while, and you don't see their digital footprint online, for example. They could be doing that on purpose. They could really trying to be a little bit more mysterious, because I think what they're doing behind the scenes is strategizing of coming in. They want a second chance, reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. They may be trying to find an opportunity or looking for an opportunity. Like I said, they could themselves be doing their own tarot readings or viewing tarot readings, or, and if that's not the case, if that's not the type of person they are, then they may just be, looking at self-help when it comes to romantic endeavors, maybe, something like that. But that's what's happening behind the scenes. So let's see. I want to move on to the Pantha, which could really give us some more details of what their late night thoughts, feelings about you are. What else could we see, Spirit, when it comes to late night thoughts, feelings from this person? Paltu's person, what are they thinking about? Feeling toward Paltu. What's going on? Middle of the night. What's going on, Spirit? A lot of dark imagery is coming up. Ooh. Okay, that wanted to make it appearance. One that fell on the ground. All right, we got a lot of cards, so we're going to start with the bottom of the deck. We have schedule. This person could be really busy. Let's go. So we have robbery. Card number 59, we have family, libation, fright. I'm going to put stress under that. We have introvert, apology. Ooh, good news. Could you see these? Yeah. And what's the last one? Idea. Wow, this makes sense. They're strategizing. They're figuring it out. They're doing their research. They are coming up with some ideas on what action to take in your direction. Now, I'm getting a lot of confirmations. For example, the libation. They could be going to church. They could be literally trying to get more into their spirit, more into their consciousness. It could be religion specifically. I do feel like with fright and stress, introvert, whether you're with this person or not, they could be keeping to themselves. I feel like the Nine of Swords came up. There's a lot of conflict that's brewing in this person's mind in the middle of the night. When it comes to, it could be you specifically, but it could be other things. Again, they could be very busy. And they could be keeping to themselves. If this person is an introvert, for example, they could be a little bit more non communicative. They could be, you know, safeguarding their energy in some way. Also feel again like this person is doing screen time. They both are in the middle of the night. I feel like there's a lot of doom scrolling going on, which could really create like an imbalance in someone if they're obsessively online. However, I feel like this person has a focus, which is why they're doom scrolling or online, on their laptop, on their smartphone. So we have family and we have apology, good news. So this could be where the second chances, the return. If this person and you are at a distance, for example, this person could be coming around again. You may or may not think of this as good news. It could be in the form of a message. This person could be writing something, planning a message in some way. Do you feel like there may be a little bit of an apology? If there is an apology that is warranted, could very well be because this person ghosted. That could be hurtful. If for those of you that where that does not resonate, this could also just be any type of, a feeling of just building back that bridge. Again, in a sign of prayer. Yeah, I do feel this person is really trying to speak to their own spirit team in some way in the middle of the night. And that could have a lot to do with you. I do feel like a lot of it could be, how to move forward in your direction. I think it's both. I think they're, Nine of Swords feels self inflicted sometimes to me, where it's a person that isn't conscious. They are in their mind, they're in their thoughts. They think their thoughts are them. So if that's where your person is, it may take a while for this person to take action. Depends on the person. All right, let's get as we close out your reading, I want to get some advice. All right, for pile two, what does pile two's advice for this person, for this energy? What does pile two need to see? What advice for pile two? We have Starseed. What lights you up? Just a reminder from Spirit to if this person is bringing you down, and even energetically, if you think about this person and you haven't spoken to this person because this person isn't coming forward or whatever, if that's making you feel a certain way, you need to shift your energy and not focus on this person. This person, I feel I'm getting is going to come around, and at that point, you might not even want this person, if they take too long. So keep that in mind. You are in control always. You always have a choice in this energy. So we have mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Wow, it goes back to what I was just saying. This person is triggering you. Even if you do have emotions, if you do like this person, which clearly you might, but if it's causing you stress, if it's causing you to feel yucky or make you feel a certain way, then it's probably not a good idea to keep thinking about it. Let that energy go. You want to be in a better energy. Where are you being called to journey to type of energy? Like what lights you up? So I feel like this is coming in very strong from Spirit, especially if you're feeling a little toxic now when you're thinking about this person, which I understand, if someone is not coming through for you, it could make you feel a certain way. And guess what? Who cares? Release it. You don't need to be in that energy, you know? And whether this person comes around or not, which I do feel like want to, they want to bring justice. They're trying to get more conscious, but again, with the Nine of Swords, it's going to be challenging for them. So whether or not you wait around for that, that's up to you. Okay, now for those of you that are in a relationship with this person, if you're dating them, but you're feeling that they're a little bit hot, cold, wishy washy, or distancing themselves in some way, I still think that Spirit is saying don't focus on it. If someone wants to leave or go, let them go. Let them go. If they don't want to stay, right? Why would you force it? And I get it. I've been in that energy before with that long-term relationship I told you about. I had that addictive energy for years with that person because I never got what I wanted ever. Not to make this person sound so bad. I wasn't perfect either, but the point is it wasn't healthy for me. My mindset, I lost myself. And then I realized that addictive energy is so gross, yucky. There wasn't even emotions behind it. Once you get out of that, so I don't know why I went into that. So sorry, because again, I'm not sure what type of connection you have with this person. I honestly, I just would say use discernment and focus on whatever lights you up. If this person is bringing you down a little bit currently, okay. Now, if they have the potential to be a beautiful, energetic force in your life, allow that to happen in the right time with the Wheel of Fortune. But again, you don't have to wait around for that energy. You could create that within you. Okay, is the point I'm trying to make. So, that being said, this is where we're going to leave it. I hope that this made sense, guys. Honestly, always. My only intention is always to help you and provide some insight in whatever situation or connection you're dealing with. So, I hope that this helped. And let me know if it did. And hopefully, I'll see you again. Bye, guys. Hey, Pile 3, welcome to your reading today. So, if you chose the Labradorite Crystal Tower, or if you chose the Fatality Tarot deck, then welcome. So, we are going to start, we're going to hop into the Tarot of the Pyramids because I love using this deck. I really want to get an energy check-in of the person you are currently thinking about, regardless of whenever you come across this reading. The messages should resonate. Take what fits though, because this is a general reading, and a lot of you could have a lot of different situations, but we're tuning into the energy of how this person thinks and feels for you. So that's what we're going to focus on, okay? All right, let's give it one more good shuffle. Thank you, Spirit, for coming in today, always for the energy of the collective for pile 3. So we're asking today the person on pile 3's mind, what are their late night thoughts, feelings? Pile 3 Spirit, what could you tell us? Pair of Existence coming up, card number 59. In this deck, this is Wands energy. And Wands in this deck means healing. Pair of Existence. That's someone left in the comments an existential problem that kind of feels that way. We got the Star coming up after that. Okay, let's see our card. The Chariot. Ooh, card number 7. This is Cancer energy, forward movement in some way, okay? Cancer energy is in its moon energy. So this person could be currently in their thoughts. They could be fearing, the existence of this type of connection. Let's get into it. I'm curious. So let's get into our fatality. Spirit, thank you so much. I'm already curious about what messages are going to come through for pile 3's reading. We're tuning in with the energy of the person on their minds. Spirit, what are their late night thoughts and feelings for pile 3? What's going on, Spirit? What are their late night thoughts for pile 3? Okay, guys, we are going to get 5 cards. We're going to start with 5 cards. Spirit, thank you so much again. Any detail that you could provide for us, any insight, detail that we need to see for pile 3, the person on pile 3's mind? What are their late night thoughts, feelings for pile 3 at this time, Spirit? What could you tell us? We got the 4 of Pentacles. What could you tell us, Spirit? What are their late night thoughts for pile 3? We got the Lovers wanting to come up in reverse. Lovers is card number 6, Gemini energy. The major arcana, guys, our first major arcana. We have the 10 of Pentacles coming up right next to that, and we got 2 Pentacles, a lot of earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. 4 of Pentacles specifically is, I want to say Capricorn, and 10 of Pentacles is Virgo. We got Strength coming in, card number 8, Leo energy in the house of the sun, which is the 5th house, house of pleasure. This person thinking and feeling for pile 3 right now, Spirit. Another night. Okay, more than I wanted, but 9 of Pentacles. And then we have the 2 of Wands. Not sure. Let's see. Okay. 9 of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands coming in at the end. Which way do they go? Do they stay independent? Do they move forward in your direction? What are they valuing? What are they placing their importance on? That's what's happening, guys, in the middle of the night. We got the 9 of Wands. It's causing them a little stress. It's been challenging, I think, focusing and valuing more than one important thing in their life. We got the High Priestess, another major arcana. The High Priestess is also moon energy, card number 2. So I'm getting a little bit of Cancer energy whenever I see the High Priestess, but it's also Pisces energy. Major arcana clarifying the major arcana. Okay. The Empress. Wow. You've really caught their attention, guys. They see a future with you. They imagine a future with you. I feel like it's building. This person could have been independent for a while. We got the Knight of Swords. There's going to be some communication. If you're not already communicating, you could be getting to know this person. 7 of Swords. This could be a block. This person, I feel like they're fearing a relationship. They do want it. I do feel like they value you. You are someone that they think about, they yearn about. Middle of the night, I also feel like they are fantasizing about you. I'm getting the feeling that you are kind of flipping their world upside down a little bit. It's creating a lot of fear in their current existence. And they're looking off to the distance, which kind of reminds me of like the 3 of Wands energy. Someone that is yearning for something. There is maybe a little bit of a distance for some of you. 2 of Cups, Queen of Cups coming in after that. So let's get into it. I want to start over here. So we have 4 of Pentacles, juggling a lot of things. This person is rotating valuable things in their life right now. It's on a rotation. I feel like you're part of the mix. You could be the person that's bouncing in from the grass. You know that it's unexpected. This person could be busy dribbling something currently in their life, you know, metaphorically speaking. And it could be very challenging, you know, what to prioritize. Prioritizing, placing value in their focus on something. So that could be very challenging for them to release that hyper focus on whatever it is that they value. Because I do see in the middle of the night, they are thinking that it's been a challenging road. Whatever they're dealing with, whatever they're juggling in their personal life. Okay. So we have the Lovers coming in reverse with the High Priestess. This feels where this person is a little indecisive. They may be getting intuitive hits about you. They could be seeing and feeling a lot of synchronicities. They may not even know what they're looking at. If this person isn't conscious, for example, if they are deep into their thoughts. They may not even be aware that these are like intuitive hits from spirit. But I do feel like there could be some sort of spiritual connection between the two of you that they may feel. But in the physical 3D, there may be a little bit of a disconnect between you and this person. You may not be communicating at this time, or it may not be in a romantic way. This person could really be only giving you friendship vibes. That could be a message for a few of you. However, I do feel like this person is deep in their thoughts in the middle of the night for you. They're feeling your distance. They're yearning for you. But I'm also getting the energy a little bit of them, a little indecisive. Okay? So in the middle of our reading, we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Empress. This is beautiful energy. You know, if they're thinking about the future, they're cultivating stability in their life. They maybe have been really focused on business, their professional life in some way, but they see you in that future. The future that they're building for themselves, that they've been building. I feel like this person already is in that energy of manifesting like this great dynasty for the future, really wanting to make, for generations to come, build this type of, you know, positive outcome in the foreseeable future. Now, with it being identified with the Empress, I'm getting the energy too that they see you there. You are their divine. The Empress energy is very abundant. It's very like that creatively driven. So something about your energy, what they feel, what they're thinking about is really giving them that spark. Maybe the spark, the drive that they need to kickstart their motor. We got the Chariot, don't forget. You know, they want to take action. They are building their momentum. So we have the Knight of Swords. To me, this feels like someone, knights. Okay, whenever I see a knight in the tarot, it feels like forward movement. In the case of the swords, I getting the energy of someone getting really excited to hear from you and communicate with you. So that might be where this connection is headed. If you're not already communicating right now, I do feel that this is going to be building into a very consistent communicative connection between the two of you. However, we got the Seven of Swords. Now, a lot of people, this has a bad reputation of being the liar, you know, Seven of Swords. Someone hiding something. With the High Priestess, this person could be hiding something that they're dealing with. It doesn't have to be about you. It could be about anything in their life, really. You could also have a hard time being vulnerable. So even if you're communicating and there is a build up in your response time, it's feeling consistent, you're gaining more information. This person might be gaining more information as well. However, I feel like there's still things that are missing from the equation. You might still feel like this person is holding back in some way. With the Two of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, this also gives the energy of independence. This person may have really been walking down that single path for a while, and take that as it fits, but that's the energy I'm getting. But they see you at in their crossroads. You know, do they move forward? Yes, they are. So that's what I'm getting. And I do feel like they want to close the gap. All right. Do we want any clarifiers? Yeah. The Lovers in reverse with the High Priestess spirit. Is there a disconnect, or why is the Lovers? Is there a decision, a wrong decision that was made? This person could have made a wrong assessment at one point. Let's see. Spirit, why is the Lovers High Priestess here? Two of Swords. Oh my God. Stuck energy, not being able to make a decision. It could also represent this person making a decision. Let's get one more card. Let's clarify. Did they make a decision or not? Page of Pentacles. Okay. They may not have yet. This could be what they're thinking about. How to move forward. The Hermit. Okay. I just want to make sure. So they, in the middle of the night, guys, they could really be really hibernating about this. They could also be in isolation even in their daytime. They could be keeping to themselves, working on their own. Knight of Pentacles is coming up. At one point, I do feel like they may have come at you in a page energy, but I think now they want to set a better foundation. They want to move forward. They want to get past the fear, because I am getting a sense of hope in this connection, a very strong sense that this person really does see that your energy is lifting them up, providing them with that strength to get out of whatever, focus they've been on. I feel like their energy has really been off the beaten path. They may not even have been thinking about romance for a while. So for you to bring in that energy for them, I do feel that their intuition is telling them that it's time to get out of their own way, if that makes sense. Now, before we move on to the Oracle, I want to see why the Seven of Swords is here. Why is the Seven of Swords? What did we get? Two of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. What's going on? What are their late night thoughts, feelings? Why is the Seven? What are they holding back on? King of Pentacles. Are they holding back on commitment? Or they're holding back on giving you that solid offer? They're taking their time because they're coming in as a knight, but I'm seeing the King of Pentacles. What else are they hiding? Three of Swords. Guys, they could be healing from something that they're not talking to you about. Death. They may have ended something. It may or may not be about you. If it is about you, this person is in deep reflection over that. I do feel like they want to come in with a more consistent, committed offer in your direction. However, if this is past energy, I'm feeling that they are healing from something, and that could be what they are not really voicing right now. That could be where the fear is too. If they have dealt with some sort of ending. Now, gosh, we could have moved on, but I can't take my eyes off the Nine of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. So let's just clarify real quick before we move on. Spirit, what do they focus on? Oh, Three of Wands again. I feel the energy I'm getting, the message I'm getting is if they are distracted by other things in their life, their business, anything that's going on in their life that they're juggling, they are still thinking about you from afar. They still want to water and see this grow. That could be where the challenges are for them. How much work to put in. They may be putting a lot of work in. You could work with this person. Take it as it fits. With the Eight of Pentacles being here. Yeah, I feel like they've been really focused on, okay, that's where we're going to leave it. Ace of Pentacles. Wow. So here's what I'm getting, guys, before we move on. But what I'm getting is this person really may have been focused on their own bag, meaning they're cultivating their own stability. They committed to their own life, their career, maybe something they've been focusing on, where romance has really kind of fall off. Your energy, I feel like for a while they've been daydreaming about it, night dreaming about it, fantasizing about it, almost at a distance, yearning. I'm getting the energy up. Now, I feel like what they're thinking about is they've made that decision. I feel like there was a decision that had to be made, and they've made it. They've chosen to move forward in your direction. Feel like one of the things that is making them want to move forward with the Chariot, what they're thinking about is the fact that they do feel stable. That all the hard work that they put into their own self journey, their own sacrifices, their own lifestyle has paid off. Because with the Ace of Pentacles, we've seen a gradual growth. We saw the Page of Pentacles in reverse, that could be where it was before. If you have history with this person, and it grew into, you know, the Knight of, or was it the King? I feel like the Knight came out too of Pentacles, but I could be wrong. Then it went to the King, and now we have the Ace. So the idea that it graduated. This person has excelled in whatever they were focused on, and they are ready to reprioritize and bring you into the mix. You may have bounced in, like I said earlier, out of nowhere. It could have caused this person to hesitate at first. All right, now I'm excited to see what the Heart's Hidden Secrets has for us. Spirit, thank you again for being here today. For pile three's energy. This person on their mind, what else could you tell us? Their late night thoughts, feelings about pile three. What's going on, Spirit? What could you tell us? Wow. Okay. That's too many. We're going to stop. Foundation. Building that stability. You know, I'm also noticing commitment. That's Pentacles energy, guys. That's someone that is ready for that type of, to make that offer or to receive that offer. Distance, that could be where you guys are at now or what has happened in the past. Someone could have been stuck in their mind too with pride, exhaustion, coming over the four Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. That could be a long journey this person has gone through to get to the other side, to be able to offer and to build that foundation for a future, to have security, to establish that themselves within themselves before they're offering it or have that with and share that with someone else. The funny thing is, I feel like this person is currently getting there or has already gotten there. This is what they're thinking about, because the energy that I'm feeling from them is wanting to move forward in your direction, wanting to close the gap, you know. And again, whatever their energy is, it could be exhaustion, it could be dealing with a lot, but you're their empress. Whether you're male or female, you are the person that they see a valuable future with. They feel, you know, if you are already committed to this person might be reprioritizing you at the top. If they've fallen off, you know, if they've been focused on other things and your relationship has kind of been stagnant, this person is wanting to, you know, fix that. However, I feel like a lot of you might not be in a commitment, but this is what this person wants to offer. But it's going to start with communication. Let's see. Spirit, what else could you tell us with the Pantha? What other details? Need to see. I don't know why I did that. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's all the cards. Okay, adventure coming in at the bottom of the deck. We have hesitation. Feels like Libra energy, just, you know, good angel, the other angel, the consciousness of someone not knowing what to do, the energy. That could have been where they were at. We have alliance. And card number 2 is High Priestess. We got card number 0, adventure. That could be the Fool energy. Card number 8, alliance, could be strength. Loyalty, look at that. Alliance. This person could feel an alliance to you. Fear again and pride again. Wow, we have pride coming out twice, guys. Okay, pride coming out twice. Some of you might be fire sign. You are your person. Leo energy. I always get Leo energy, guys. I'm going to be honest because I am a Leo. So I notice it more often. But yeah, with the cat, I am getting that. Some sort of, but I'm also getting air. Okay. Empress, Taurus energy. That could be earth. We're getting a lot, actually. We're getting a lot of earth too. We have all of it. Okay. Fright is also reminding me of fear of existence, because even though this person is coming through for you or will come through for you, it's not going to be perfect. They have a little bit of fear that's trailing behind them. Again, this also feels like the middle of the night. You know, they could be really stressing a little bit. And again, that could be because they're dealing with other stuff in their life right now, trying to build their own. But if we have that venture, and if it's reminding me of the Fool with the 0, taking a risk, looking to see what's out there, headed in the direction that lights you up, going, facing your true north, also is giving the 3 of Wands energy. All right, guys. Wow. This person, I'm curious what type of connection you're in, if you're already in a commitment with this person, or if you're talking or dating, or if you're in some sort of separation, because however you look at it, this person wants to be with you in a committed way. That's what they've been building. Especially if you guys have ended things or things have become stagnant in some way. But like I said, that could also be past energy with the 3 of Swords. That could be what they've had to heal from on their solo journey leading up to this connection. So take that as this. All right, Spirit, as we close out Pile 3's reading, what does Pile 3 need to see today? Any messages, advice for this energy that's coming through for Pile 3 today, Spirit? What is Pile 3? Okay, we're getting 3. 3 for Pile 3. Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. You're on the right track, guys. Regardless, no matter what you're going through, no matter what's going on, you're always divinely guided. And the life is happening for you, not to you, is the energy. The great gathering, it's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. Wow, a lot of things about intuition, guidance from the divine. Let's put this over here. Got the ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Oh my God. I just said that. Guys, get grounded. Yeah, I feel you might already be there, but if you're not, it's important to ground yourself, guys. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. This could just be a message from spirit. Again, soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Soul tribe, soul family. You might need to reach out to friends, your soul team. Even coming to a reading could be part of your rituals, your, connecting with the divine. So however it is that you do it, I do feel like spirit is saying you're on the right road. You are being divinely guided. If this person is meant to come or be in your life, they will be. There is going to be a big offer. Whoa, the Emperor and the 6 of Cups. You could have history with this person. The Fool. Wow, guys, this is all connected. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which could be unfinished business, also feels Ace of Wands. God, I could keep going. Page of Wands. It also feels like this person is building the momentum, building their excitement to move in your direction. If they haven't been already, guys, expect it because it's happening. I hope this is good news for you. I hope this is someone that you do want to be with because they are really, really trying to build something solid so that they could have you in their life, currently and in the future. Okay? Wow. This is where we're going to leave your reading. I hope that it provided you with some insights and helped you in some way. Let me know if it did. Thank you so much for being here, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.